Hey, welcome to another Miata video. This is an exciting one because new wheels and tires. These are a beautiful set of VTO Classic 8s. They look a lot like the original Daisy wheels that came on these cars, which themselves are based on the old classic mini light wheels on British Classics. Anyway, they're wrapped in some nice Continental ExtremeContact Sport tires, which should be way better than my old ones. My old tires are about 9 years old at this point, and at the time when I bought them, my primary concern was, what's the cheapest possible thing I can get? So they were never good to begin with, but now they're all cracked and dry rotted and really have very little traction. Meanwhile, these wheels I actually salvaged from the first Miata I ever owned, which was not a very good one. I liked them for a while, but they're all curb brashed and the paint's faded and they're only 14 inches, so I thought this would be a good time to upgrade those as well. I thought it would be fun in this video to compare how much of a difference it makes to put on new wheels and tires, not just for aesthetics, but also how much better is the grip. I'm going to try to devise a way to measure the lateral G-force when you're turning. First, let's go for a drive on these old tires, try to see how much they can actually grip, which is not a lot, and go from there. So in order to measure the G-force, I got this app for my iPhone which uses the internal accelerometer to tell you what the G's are in every direction. The one we're most interested in is X, which is the side-to-side lateral G. I'm going to mount it to the windshield using a strong clamp. It's probably not the world's most accurate way to measure, but it should give us a good before and after idea. I'm also not pushing the absolute limits because, let's face it, I don't want to die. But what it is a good test of where my comfort level is at. And what I found with these old tires is that I'm only comfortable with about 0.5 to 0.7 Gs. Any more than that is where it starts to break loose. Admittedly, this road was a bit dusty and dirty, but still. I did attempt one more before drive on a different road, different day, but ran into a bunch of traffic. The brief moments when I could drive a little bit harder, I found similar numbers, my comfort level, around 0.5 to 0.7 Gs. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and bolt on these new wheels. Here's a little comparison of how these tires stack up against each other. The new ones are 205, which is 20 millimeters wider than the old 185 series tires, so should offer more grip. And they are about 0.4 inches taller. Despite that, the bigger wheel means there's a little bit less sidewall. Here are a few other stats just for comparison. I know some of you are going to wonder about the weight difference, so here's my rudimentary weighing. Looks like the old wheels and tires come in at about 30 pounds, and the new ones come in at about 33. So a little bit heavier, which is what I expected. I'm not too hung up on this because I'm not doing any racing or autocrossing. We'll see if it makes any difference. So when you buy these wheels, you get an option for some different center cap decals, or you can get them blank. So that's what I did, and I got some custom decals made with my logo on them for a nice little custom touch. The only thing left to do now is go for a drive and see how it feels. But first, let's just soak this in for a minute. I love how these look. I rigged things up the same way as before, except this time I mic'd myself up just to catch my impressions in the moment. Feels good. Very smooth. These tires make a huge difference. Even though I still need to get used to them and get comfortable, I was regularly hitting numbers around 0.8, 0.9, and sometimes even 1G. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to reinvent my comfort level when it comes to going around corners. I think these tires are more capable than I am, so that's a good thing. That's what you want. Never any indication that it's gonna slip. That is impressive. Oh, should I do a quick roundabout test? See if I can actually get all the way around it without interruption. This should be good. Whoa. Okay, that should be a pretty good G reading. I kind of pushed a little beyond what I thought I was comfortable with there, and no problem. No problem. That's awesome. Once again, I went on 2 different drives just to make sure I captured enough data, and sure enough, the numbers stayed true. Oh yeah, wow. Holy crap. I need to become a better driver now. Jeez. Slightly squirrely there. Wow, it's a different car. I'm still a little bit scared, to be honest, but this is quite a tight road. If you're watching these numbers and thinking it's not that big of a difference, going from about 0.6 to about 0.9 or above is actually quite a big difference in how it feels. Not to mention, I haven't even really found the limits of these tires yet, and I don't feel safe doing that on public roads. I don't want to be a total menace to society. What a road. What a car. I'm slowly starting to get more confident with it. I don't know what the numbers are going to show, if it's going to be that different or not. I'm still a little scared. I can tell you from this seat though, the grip is, wow. It's so much better. I didn't talk a lot while I was driving because I was concentrating so hard. But the good news is I'm feeling a lot more confident that I'm not going to slide out. I felt a couple little moments where I got slightly squirrely, but there was still so much control there that I wasn't really worried about it. I am impressed. What a nice road. Here's a question for you guys. Would you enjoy it if I did an extended driving video with no talking whatsoever? And mic up the car, get good audio, and just go for a nice windy drive like this? Let me know in the comments if that's something you would enjoy. Well, first things first, I got a haircut. So that's good for continuity. Anyways, I love these new wheels and tires. I'm really glad I didn't get too hung up on getting the lightest thing ever, like RPF ones like everybody does. I know it's important if you're racing or autocrossing, but for me, I was more concerned with what looks the best. And honestly, I haven't noticed any negative effects at all from these being 3 pounds heavier per corner. The car feels fantastic. And getting good summer performance tires, it's one of the absolute best things you can do for a Miata, I think. So much more confident in the corners, really smooth on the road. Feels fantastic. So 100% worth it. I know we didn't really learn much in this episode. It was just kind of a gratuitous, fun upgrade, but hey, hope you enjoyed coming along for the ride. And I'm gonna be doing some more Miata upgrades probably, and other car stuff. So hit some buttons, comment, whatever, and see you next time.